Hi guys, today we'll be talking about how to create amazing offers. Okay, so what's an offer? An offer is how you wrap a solution. Right? I'm offering to do this for you. How do you tell them? How do you message it to them? Okay, so basically how to wrap a solution. Now, to wrap something means there's something that you're wrapping. There's something inside. Now, what's normally inside is the solution, case points, value. Right? What value are you giving? Okay, your value needs to be I learned the value needs to be very, 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 very good, very, very specific to their problem. What are you solving for them? All right, they don't care about how you feel. I had to like learn that they don't care about how your UX feels. Most people, some people do, but they don't really care. They just need to know, okay, you're solving this problem. Because there's some websites that have very, very outdated designs, but then they're having very huge traffic because they're solving problems. Okay, so what value are you giving to them now? Okay, how do you turn problems to solutions? How do you turn problems to solutions? All right, let's use me for an example. I don't know how to cook all, right? Problem, I don't know how to cook all. Solution, right? Flipping it, right? How to cook all like a pro. I'm telling you, if you had a problem like that and you see an article like that you want to read, just the title alone, the hook itself is just there, right? So that's how you change problem solutions, first step at least. Right? So when you flip it like that, okay, you now ask, okay, how do I do this? How do I implement this? How do I implement that? Okay, so I think that's going to be like another video in itself. Okay, so the next thing for your value, right, to make sure your value is optimized to the best it can be, you need to use a formula called the value equation. Value equation goes like this: the dream outcome the prospect is supposed to get times the likelihood of them achieving that dream outcome over the time it takes for them to get to that outcome times the effort they have to put in to get to that outcome. Now, like normally, and the way it should always be is the time taken and the effort should be as low as possible, very, very low. Okay, and then the dream outcome should be as high as possible. That's going to make the value just scream. Okay, you convince them at that okay, this is what you have to do. This is the least amount of work you have to do. This is the least amount of time it's going to take you to get to this particular point, to get from point A to point B. Simple as that. Okay, if you get it right and the value, the time, and the effort is low, the outcome is high, very, very high. I promise you, you will convert. I converted. All right, so that's that. Okay, so after having the value, right? Yeah, okay, fine. This is the price, right? How do you make it a much better effort? Okay, already it's a good offer, right? If you can have the time and the effort very low, it's a good offer. It's an excellent offer. But how do you make it stand out even more? That someone with the same features, right? Someone with the same features, lower price, can almost match you with the higher price, right? How do you do that? Add bonuses, 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 bonuses. Okay, like my product now has monthly has 5 features that it does very well. Good. Now, if you want to pay for yearly, right? Most people, most organizations will use yearly is going to be add all the months and then take away 2 months. That's going to be like 10 months. Okay, yearly 2 months off. All right, 2 months off is like 2 months cheaper than the full price. Now that's what they normally do, but we're not going to go that way. All right, I'm not going that way, and you should not. All right. Now, imagine we don't do that. We have a full price, right? All the months accounted for, price wise accounted for. And then you have bonuses. You have about 5 solid bonuses. Like for me, I'm having one-on-one calls with the first 50 people. So that way we tailor strategic meetings. We have I can optimize the products better for them. Like you get feedback and you keep them back. More value, more value, more value for 1 year. 1 year access to the founder. 1 year. That's number one. Two, there's a feature that's literally it literally just came to my mind when I was building it, and I won't say it yet, but it was very, very unique that nobody else has it, and it's literally a game changer. Right? I added that. I created a group chat for these specific people so they can connect with each other and we can all have big meetings and all that. Right? So those are all parts of the bonuses. Now tell me that all these things, like you have to take them out, right, and put it one by one, like just separate things as a whole, they are costly more than what I'm charging. I'm literally charging a tiny bit of the full price for the yearly plan. Right? I'm giving them all these things basically for free. I'm telling you, you have a plan with bonus, and you have one that's just discounted. I personally would pick the plan with bonuses. Pay more, pay the full price and get bonuses, honestly. All right. So after that, guarantees. Now, going back to the likelihood of achievement, there is risk, right? What if I do this and then I do not get this particular result? I lose my money. No, it shouldn't make that feel that way. Rather, what you should do is I guarantee. All right, so if I do A and B, I want to get to Z, right? So if I don't do A and B, I get to Z in a specific amount of time, refund, right? If you don't send this amount of emails, if you don't send this amount of this, if you don't do this particular amount of thing, get them to actually use the product well. If you don't get it, and in 2 months, 60 days, you don't get it right, I'll refund your money full back. So they have in their mind, okay, fine, if I do this thing, I'm going to use it all anyways, but if I do use it, it doesn't work out for me, I'll get my money back. They will use it diligently, right? So that is how to make a full offer. I'll run it back. Have impeccable value. Make sure that your pain points is solved. You literally flip them. The first way to solve it is literally flip it. Have an idea of what the solution should be. Flip it, and you get your solutions. The value equation. Make sure that your dream outcome, the value you're giving, what they have to get is on peak. The likelihood of success is high, right? Add the guarantees to it. Then after that, you have your bonuses, and I promise you, your product, like how I did mine, is going to be so much attractive. It's attractive to me. I'm really like, wow, that is very very fine. So, yeah, that is basically all I have for today. And you should like, share, in case someone wants to learn about this stuff, or they want to follow up this journey of mine, going from zero to hero. Follow and share. All right. So, peace, guys.